Hi, everybody. It's Meredith with Coastal Business Supplies. Today's webinar, we will be going over the Oki printers. I would like to introduce RJ Rickert with Imaging Supply Warehouse, a master distributor for the Oki printers. RJ, you want to take it away?
Yeah. Hey, guys. How you guys doing? First and foremost, we really appreciate you guys logging on to our webinar. You know, during a time like this, your business is still very important to us. So doing these social distancing practices with webinars, we just really appreciate your time and glad you guys can come. Please feel free throughout the presentation to ask any questions you would like to in the chat. Either Meredith will answer it there or she'll read it out loud to me. But the more interactive we can make this, the better it's just going to be. So like Meredith said, I work for Imaging Supplies Warehouse. We're located in St. Louis, and we're the master distributor for the Oki Data Transfer printers, as well as Forever Paper, Neenah Paper, the Magic Touch Paper, and Catalink RIPS software. So first and foremost, we're really going to be focusing on the Oki. So let's kind of get into some advantages that the Oki does have and how it fits in your business that you're already doing. So say you do screen printing. So screen printing is meant to do very, very high runs, high volume. You want to do hundreds or thousands of shirts at a time. Now where screen printers do struggle is the low run or the short runs. So a 6-color image, but a customer only wants 7 t-shirts. It's really cost inefficient to have to set that up, burn all the different screens and stuff like that. So first and foremost, you can see no film or screen manufacturing. Everything is done printing digitally. So whether you have a PDF or a PNG image, basically it could have 15 colors on it or 1 color, but you're going to print it, and we will be able to hit about 90% of all CMYK outputs. The investment cost is very low. So in all reality, you could pretty much get into business or get this system for about $5,000 and with the white toner. So that's going to be very good. I mean, you're talking, under $10,000 to be full out all in business with your own t-shirt company. The resolution is very high, so we're going to be able to print 600 by 1200 DPI. And the amount of space is very small. So the printers itself are kind of a desktop printer, and you'll see in a couple slides what they look like. But realistically, all you need is, if you have a screen printer, is a table in the corner and a heat press, and that's really all you need. These printers are toner based, so there's going to be no maintenance needed to actually obtain the printer. So because there's no ink, you don't have to worry about any print heads clogging or anything like that. You honestly could turn the printer on, use it one day, turn it on 6 months later, and it's still going to perform the exact same way. The next one, flex and vinyl application. So I would say a majority of our customers are doing vinyl. And so first, you can see right there, no cutting or no weeding. This is going to help you save a lot of time, especially when it comes to some designs that are very intricate and high detail. We can do, like I said, 20 colors or 1 color, but without actually having to weed and cut the designs is just going to help you save you a lot of time. The multicolor, of course, when you're doing cut vinyl, the more colors you add, it's just really, kind of tough. So, being able to do 6, 10, 15 colors, all one print, digitally printed, and apply that to a shirt in under 4 minutes, it's something that maybe that's not right now that you can offer, that you can expand your business on. The storage cost is very low. So with the transfer paper, all you're going to have is a box of paper. You don't have to worry about buying, all the different colors of vinyl. So the reds, the blues, the greens, the yellows, the whites, the blacks. Everything is done on the transfer paper. So you don't have to worry about either having a big wall with all your vinyl on it or a corner with, plenty of rolls of vinyl. Everything is printed. Just so that's definitely going to save you some money there. And the touch is going to be relatively much more soft. So based on rasterizing and printing through a RIPS software, we can almost get our feeling of the shirt to be, almost none. So that's, your customers are going to appreciate that, especially if you carry into the next one, the print cut application. So your large format Mutos or Roland printers, not having a big block of just ink on your chest. What you hear customers complaining about, through the Oki, like I said, in this rasterization process, we're going to be able to put together a very nice soft design on your shirt. And I will get into this, the rasterizing, in a little bit. But I mean, if you think about the print cut application, a lot of people that have a Muto or a Roland or an HP printer, that's something they can do. They can make t-shirts with through heat transfer vinyl, which is all great. But realistically, those machines were made to either do car wraps, you're going to do banners, you're going to do signage, that can also do apparel. The Oki printers were made to make t-shirts, so it's going to complement that side of the business very nicely. The last one here you see is direct to garment, and I would say this is what the Oki gets compared to the most. So when I said, under $10,000, we'll be able to get all into business with the printer, a heat press, with the materials. A direct to garment printer, you're going to be looking anywhere from $15,000 all the way up to like $50,000 if you really want to get into that. And direct to garment printers, it's great, but we always tell people, be hesitant, because if you're not running that machine every single day, you are going to have to spend a lot of money to maintain that printer. So let's get into the advantages. So the low cost investment, like I said, our price point is going to be much more attainable. No maintenance, like I said, toner versus inkjet. So the Oki, you can just let sit there until you need it. A direct to garment printer, because it is ink, you need to turn that machine on and maintain it every single day and help flush some of that ink out, or else it will clog some of those the print heads, which is very expensive to replace. We can do mixed fabrics, and we're not just restricted to cotton. So the Oki will be able to print onto cotton, 100% polyester, and mixed half and halves, tri-blends, stuff of that nature. Where direct to garment is going to be meant more for cotton items. And then hard surfaces as well. So with the Oki printer, we can still do mugs, we can do raw wood, we can do metal, we can make temporary tattoos. So we can be much more versatile. So what we always like to say is that if you do have an Oki and a customer comes to you and maybe they want koozies, well, it's a machinery that you don't have to say no or push people away. You can keep all that business in-house, because whether you use one way or another, the Oki can hit multiple applications, which makes just your business much more attractive for customers. And then lastly, we have sublimation. So a lot of you customers are coastal, so you're probably already into sublimation, but right now you just can't get into dark garments or dark polyester shirts. So like I said, the Oki, we can go onto all garments. So cotton, 50-50, polyester, at any color. So there's a difference. So now Oki is a transfer and sublimation is a permanent. So you will have a different feeling. So everyone that uses sublimation is used to no feeling. Ours is still going to feel like a transfer or maybe a vinyl. But like I said, it's going to help you, really, really take off your business. We sell a lot into people who do volleyball jerseys, because they're always dark colors and they're always 100% polyester. With the sublimation, that's going to be hard to do. You would either have to just buy an all white and then completely print on top of it. But realistically, we can help you guys not turn away that business by getting the Oki. And then the fact that, like I said, it is no maintenance. It's not something that you really have to worry about, in the back of your mind, like, oh no, I forgot to turn my printer off. It's very easy. Sublimation and Oki go together very hand in hand. And then the hard surface items. So we can go to Hobby Lobby or Michael's and get a piece of wood or a mug at the dollar store, rather than getting the polyester coated items. So the Oki, technically it is going to be less expensive to decorate some of those items. But I will get into the hard surface in a little bit. So let's dive deep into the printers Oki does offer. So the first one is the 831 TS, and this is a CMYK printer. The price point is very low because there is no white toner. So realistically, you can go on dark shirts with this with a product called FlexSoft, but a lot of people do like the fact that it's only $2,200, and they can start their business by just doing your lights and white T-shirts without the white toner. It's 11 by 17, and it comes with a 2-year on-site warranty. So the warranty is going to be huge. And if you're buying from Oki, you're really buying the manufacturer. So the fact that they are a multi-billion-dollar company, they can offer what we call an on-site warranty, where if you do think there is a printer issue, Oki at the end of the day, if it comes down to it, they will deploy a technician to your house to fix your product. So the nice thing is when you are buying an Oki, you're not alone. You always have Coastal, you always have ISW and Oki on your side to help fix any issues that you are having. So let's get into the white toner. So the first product is the 711 WT. You see MSRPs at $35.65, and this is realistically a letter size printer. So 8.5 by 11 with capabilities of printing 8.5 by 17. The 711 is the only printer that comes with a 1-year on-site warranty, but you can always extend these warranties to up to 5 years. So that's something you keep in mind when you do buy. A lot of people might do a 36-month finance lease, and they'll warranty it for each year. As you see, all the print heads are 5-year warranty. Realistically, yeah, this is a great starting. The limitation is it's only 8.5 inches wide. But for someone, maybe you don't need the larger printer because you're in the child market of children clothing or ladies apparel, or the price point of the 8432 might be a little too high for you. This is a great starting point, and you're still going to have all the white toner capabilities with the 711. So next is the 8432, and this is our most popular printer. So just to put some numbers out there, just say ISW sold 100 printers in a month. About 80 of them will be this 8432. The fact that you print 11 by 17, and actually we have the capabilities of printing 11.8 by 19. We offer that size media. But at the $72.40 price point, it's very attractive. Like I said, under $10,000, you can be in business full on making T-shirts. This one comes with the 2-year on-site warranty as well. The toners, and let's go into like the toners and cost per print and stuff like that. On the 711, you're going to be getting upwards to about 6,000 prints out of your CM and Y, your cyan, magenta, and yellow, and about 1,000 to 2,000 prints out of your white, whether you choose to get the RIP software or not, which I'll hit on in a little bit. And then the 8432, it's going to be about the same. So about 6,000 prints out of your colors on a full set of toners, and about 1,000 to 2,000 prints out of your white. So realistically, you're not going to be buying ink or toner like you would, sublimation printer or even a large format printer. You're really just going to be buying paper and paper. The toners, I would say, last an average customer about a year to a year and a half for them to go through that all. So that is very attractive. And I know Meredith will hit on this at the end, but Oki, just for this month of April, we are offering a special for the 8432, where if you do actually buy a printer, you will get a complete extra set of toners. So you'll get the starter toner, which the 8432 comes with about 30% of your cyan, magenta, and yellow with a full white. But on top of that, you'll get a full cyan, magenta, and yellow and another full white. So realistically, we're going to set you up with toner to last you a couple of years, which means by the time you need to buy more toner, you probably already paid off that printer. So that's something that we are running for the month of April. So let's get into some of the papers. The first one you see here is Forever Laser Dark. I would say is pretty much the most universal paper out there as far as ease of use and the different applications you can use. It is a 2-paper system. So just because it says Forever Laser Dark does not mean you cannot use this on lights. You can use this on any color garment you want to. this is going to be for your full colors. So as you see here down there on the image, that is a highly, dense with colors, multiple colors on there, very detailed image that, one, if you're using a cut vinyl, would almost be impossible to do. Two, if you were a screen printer, having to burn all those screens would just be very, very tough, especially for an order of 15 t-shirts. But, an image like that we made, like I said, in about 4 minutes. We do have a video just to kind of show you guys, the application process. There you go. So you can go ahead and unmute the audio or mute the audio, and I'll kind of talk through the steps. So first and foremost, on your heat press, if you have any Teflon covers, take those off right off the bat. You really don't want anything taking your the heat away from the heat press itself. So as you see here, we're always going to preheat that lower flathead. This is just going to help us with consistency when you do marry the two sheets together. So that is what you call your A sheet. That is actually what went through the printer. If you do see on the back there, we do have a nice white underbase that the printer does by itself. So that's how we can get the darker or the lighter colors on a darker shirt. So we're going to put that flat on the lower flat, and then you can see right there, you can see that one side is grid with forever, and that is the side that you should be looking. That right there, what they're showing you is the adhesive polymer base that's just going to stick to your toner when you do peel them apart. And then lastly, we're just going to cover it. That's a little cheat code right there you can do. We're just going to cover it with a parchment piece of paper. And so the timing is for 8.5 by 11. That's what the 5 sheet here is. You're only going to do a 90-second press. If you were doing 11/17 size image, you would just increase that to 120-second press at 310 degrees. So now this is going to be a hot peel. So you're just going to leave it right there on the flat. And as you see here, this is where all the magic takes place. And this is what we call self-bleed, where the adhesive is only sticking to the toner. So you see there, you see on the A sheet that there is a little white border. That's just because the B sheet is actually a little bit smaller than the A sheet. So you see here, we're just going to trim the edges, make sure nothing we don't want to stick there. And now we are ready to apply this. So if you are selling transfers, you can actually sell them like this, pre-married, and ship them out to customers. And now we're going to go to the second video, which is applying that transfer to the garment. A question I always get asked at a trade show is how long will that adhesive last while it's already pre-married? So you can actually store those up to a year. So if you do have a customer that is always coming in, well, you can pre-marry a bunch of these, and then so you don't even have to marry them anymore. And then when they walk in, you can just press it to the shirt. So you saw there, it's a 30-second press at the same exact temperature for a cotton t-shirt. And this is going to be a cold peel. So when you do swing it away, all you're going to do is take that transfer off and let it cool down next to your garment. If you're doing 12 t-shirts, you can just stack them on top of each other. So you'll see here, there's a technique involved. We're going to want to grab a corner, and we're actually going to roll the image off the shirt. As you see there, it's got to be nice and cold. The colder, the better. And now, so there, so you can't really see it on the video, but it comes out really nice and glossy. It's basically just sitting on top of the t-shirt right now. What we have to do is what you see here in a couple seconds is you're just going to repress with the parchment paper again for another at least 20 seconds. 30 seconds just to be safe, and that just sinks the toners into the t-shirt itself, which gives you your longevity and durability of the shirt. So when you peel it off, one, it mats down the colors, which is nice, gives you that screen printed look. And then two, now if you throw this in the wash, you're going to get your 40 to 50 washes that everyone's looking for. As you can see, the detail that you can get out of these printers are very good. It always is going to have a little bit of give to it, about 17% stretchability. But yeah, so that is the Laser Dark paper right there. So with that Laser Dark, we can add hot stamping foil. I think Coastal offers about 50 different colors, and it sticks right to the toner. So this is a way that if you do want to add some bling or foil to your images without having to weed and cut the design first, maybe if you were using vinyl, that it's very easy. It's actually, the step is when it's very glossy on the t-shirt, you just throw the foil on over the top of that, press the foil down, and pull it off, and the foil just sticks to that toner. So it's definitely another way that we can help get some bling on the t-shirts without having to cut and weed. So the next product is Flex Soft. So if you see here, there's 20 colors. And this is a way with the Oki printer that if you do want to get some neon colors or metallic colors, it is a very cool way to actually be able to attain that. So Flex Soft is basically Laser Dark, but it's coated with the color. So the piece of paper is not transparent. It's actually, either metallic red or neon yellow or something like that. And you just apply black toner behind it. It's still a two-step process. And I think the video that we're going to show here will actually help better describe it. And then I'll talk about it after the video. All right, so you did see there, still a two-paper process. We printed, like I said, with black toner on the back, still married that A sheet. You saw a little different, I guess, application settings. So you use 275 degrees, still the same, either 90 or 120 seconds. And you saw you rub down the sheets. Basically, you just want it to cool down. It takes a little bit for the Flex Soft for the toner to find the adhesive. So you can either rub it down or just wait 5 seconds before peeling your A and B sheets apart. Other than that, it's the same thing. Press to the garment for 30 seconds, repress for 30 seconds. The Flex Soft will have a little bit more of stretchability, which is nice, than the Laser Dark will. But yeah, so that's definitely another way that I think some people actually forget about. But I think a lot of you guys will know that you guys do vinyl, and the design you just saw in that last video would be a nightmare to have to cut and weed. So it's definitely another option out there that I think people forget when using the Oki printers. So Flex Soft versus vinyl. This kind of shows when would you use either one. So for Flex Soft and vinyl, and it's just names and numbers or something very simple, one color. Well, Flex Soft, it might save you some time, but it's not going to be cost efficient, just because the vinyl is going to be more or less expensive, and something like that or an easy design will not take you forever to cut and weed. So, very easy single color design, still use your vinyl, but something that's very intricate and that might take you 30 to 45 minutes to weed and cut. Well, now you can actually just use the Flex Soft, and what that does is saves you your time. So whether you're paying someone to weed or it's actually yourself, time is money. So we're going to help you save on labor costs. And then lastly, if you do want to halftone or rasterize an image, Flex Soft would be the only way, just because you can't cut and weed rasterization within either a print cutter or just your cut vinyl and by itself. So I like to just explain this, that look, we're not going to try to take your vinyl business at all. We just want to help expand on it. And then lastly is a light application, which it's single step. So there's no more 2 steps. You actually just print and press. And this is one of the brands that we represent, is the Nina Image Clip Laser Light. But we're going to show you the One Step Forever Laser Light process that, 1, it saves you time, and 2, it saves you money because it's actually half the cost of the Laser Dark paper. Just note, and to take into grain of salt, the light paper's durability is less. So Laser Dark, like I said, you're going to get your 40 to 50 washes. If you do use a lighter paper such as the Forever Laser Light, it's more single time use. I would say you're going to get anywhere from 5 to 10 washes. So this would be for someone's birthday party or a family reunion event, or maybe someone's going on a cruise where they can, the quality of the shirt's going to turn out great, but over time it does kind of crack heavily and fade on the t-shirt itself. So it is, like I said, an event-based product, but that being said, we still sell a lot of it, and customers still do like it a lot. So I will have Matt start the Laser Light. We're going to be showing the Forever Laser Light video. So a couple tips and tricks for the laser light. One is going to be the pressure of your heat press. So making sure you do have a heavy pressure. That's going to be different than the laser dark. The laser dark, you're going to have a nice light to medium pressure, like a 4 or 5 bar. In the laser light paper, you're going to have to do it maybe a 7 or 8 bar, much heavier pressure. And then 2, definitely waiting 10 seconds before you peel it off. On the ISW YouTube page, I did make a very nice video of showing if you do peel it too early or if you peel it too late, what will happen. But I would say pressure is going to be high. It needs to be high. And the temperature, as you saw there, is 365 degrees instead of 310. So it is going to be a higher pressure. It's going to be more for just cotton goods. But yeah, you see it's very easy. And like I said, you can definitely get some more productivity out of the light paper. And then lastly is the hard surface. So the Magic Touch CPM 6.2 paper is one that we like to recommend with the Oki. But Forever does have Forever Multi-Trans, and Neenah does have the Neenah hard surface paper as well. So those are 3 different manufacturers that will pretty much go on, whether it's wood, acrylic, and stuff of that nature, metal, glass, all that good stuff. So there's 3 different manufacturers out there. The CPM 6.2 is just something that we use, and if you go to a trade show, you see in the Oki booth. Let's get into heat presses. So with the Oki system, we're always going to recommend a high quality swing away heat press. Now, with that being said, clamshell press, not saying that it won't work. We just know that these 3 brands right here, as well as Hicks, they all have consistent heat and pressure, which is huge. So if you have a cheaper clamshell press, a couple things could happen. You have inconsistent temperatures. So in the front or the back will be different temperatures. It could be 300 degrees in the back, 240 degrees in the front. So when you're doing your A to B marrying step, maybe you're always missing, one little edge or something like that. And then secondly is the pressure. So you'll get more pressure in the back of the press than you will in the front. So for a rule of thumb, we tell people whether you're investing $3,500 or $7,000 in one of the machines, don't go out and buy a $200 heat press. Invest in a high quality heat press, such as one that you see here. And Coastal does offer all of these. So the RIP software, so the transfer RIP. At the beginning, when I was going over the toner, I said 1,000 to 2,000 prints. Basically, without a RIP software, you're going to get about 1,000 prints out of your white. With the RIP software, you're going to double that to about 2,000. So it's going to save you money on your toner. Your cost per print's going to go down. Not by a lot. So you're talking maybe 50 cents per print without a RIP, maybe 25 to 30 cents per print with a RIP. But still, that's going to pay over time when you're getting, like I said, 2,000 prints instead of 1,000 out of your white. The RIP is basically just a print or a load and print. So you're just going to load your image, whether it's an EPS, PDF file, and you're just going to print through it. The RIP software will do everything by itself. So there's pre-done profiles in there. So all you do is click the laser dark profile, load in your image, hit print, and it does everything for you. So it makes your experience easier. And if you see at the bottom, it is PC based. So you're going to need Windows and not a Mac. Within that RIP software is a cost calculation. So it'll actually give you exactly how much white, cyan, magenta, and yellow toner that you do use. It will add in the cost of your paper to give you the exact how much it costed you to print that one image. So let's go over some examples of applications. So this kind of shows, not all, but most things you can do. So obviously all your fabrics with the cottons, the polyesters, the nylons, it'll go on leather, which is very hard to transfer to. And then, as you can see here, you got your glass, your ceramic. It will actually print to paper. You can go on to candles with a water slide paper and much more. So you can target specific groups, whether it's a wedding company, or a catering company, but you can realistically go to them and say, look, I can decorate everything that you're going to be showing here. So from your aprons to your coasters to the koozies offered, the Oki will be able to transfer onto all of that stuff. So it's just, like I said, you can go to these companies now, and if they say, hey, can you do koozies? You know, you don't have to ever say no, or hey, can you do a mug or some placemats or something like that? You can always say yes with this, which is very, very nice. Just the different kinds of applications you can use with the Oki. And then lastly, this is a great website to use, and I catch myself using it all the time, but it's called whitetonertransfer.com. It's basically just a website that Forever and ISW partnered together to design. We have all the videos loaded on there, FAQs, so maybe you're doing something, you know, the question's been asked 100 times, so what we did is we listed all the questions that we've heard, and we helped answer them. But it's really, it doesn't do any selling on there. It's just specifically made for instructions and for the end user to help your experience, really. You know, this is just one of the things. You can always reach out to Coastal Tech support team as well. But this is just, like I said, it's got all the videos and information you're going to need to be successful with an Oki printer. And then I believe that wraps up the webinar.
All right, then. Well, thank you so much, RJ, and thank you, everybody, for attending, and we'll hope to see you guys next time.
Awesome. Thank you.